Martinez, Getty Images. Share tweet. Real Madrid faltered in their first real test of the 2025-26 season, getting hammered 2-5 at the hands of neighbors Atletico Madrid on Saturday. Coming into the game with a 100% win record in all competitions this season, Los Blancos were expected to end their recent winless run at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano, but it was not to be as Atleti dominated from the get-go and secured a deserved win. Having faltered in his first big test against PSG at the FIFA Club World Cup in the summer, Xabi Alonso came up short once again when faced with a big team. Here are 3 things that the Real Madrid got wrong, which contributed to Real Madrid's disappointing loss against the Rojiblancos. Bellingham in, Mastantuono out. The surprise in Alonso's lineup at the Metropolitano was Jude Bellingham. Nobody doubts that the Englishman will be a regular starter under the Basque coach. However, his inclusion from the beginning of the derby appeared premature, and it was soon confirmed to be so. The decision was widely questioned, and Bellingham's performance did little to justify it. He looked out of place and barely appeared in the match, aside from a couple of defensive efforts in his own area. Brought back too soon. Photo by Angel Martinez, Getty Images. Mastantuono, the revelation of Real Madrid's start to the season, was the one sacrifice to make room for Bellingham. Despite delivering a standout performance against Levante in the previous match, Alonso left the teenager on the bench in a game of particular significance. Mastantuono's entry into the match showed his motivation. One of Madrid's 6 attempts on goal came from him, and in just half an hour, he delivered the most crosses into the box, 5. By the end, his frustration over the defeat was clear when he aggressively kicked a ball towards the stands. Guler had been the only player bringing dynamism to Madrid's slow game. He played a key part in both goals, setting up Kylian Mbappe before scoring the second. Although he had a yellow card, he was one of the few Real Madrid players who showed some spark, and replacing him might have been the wrong call. Alonso was forced to act at halftime due to Eder Militao's injury and made further changes in the 59th minute, bringing on Eduardo Camavinga and Franco Mastantuono for Dani Carvajal and Guler. However, he delayed his bolder moves. Rodrigo only came on in the 70th minute for a struggling Bellingham, and the final substitution did not come until the 89th minute, with Gonzalo Garcia replacing Huijsen at 4-2 down. However, he delayed his bolder moves. Rodrigo only came on in the 70th minute for a struggling Bellingham, and the final substitution did not come until the 89th minute, with Gonzalo Garcia replacing Huijsen at 4-2 down. Madrid finished with 5 forwards on the pitch: Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Mastantuono, Rodrigo and Gonzalo, but there was little time to alter the outcome. Had Alonso been more proactive and introduced some of his attacking players earlier, a comeback might have been possible. One of the biggest matches of the La Liga calendar comes our way today as Real Madrid take on neighbors Atletico Madrid away at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano. It will be the biggest test of the season so far for Xabi Alonso and his men, who have maintained a perfect record until now, winning 6 in 6 in